Assalamu alaikum dear students. Our today's topic for discussion is a poem after apple picking written by or about Proust. Let me tell you something about the writer, that is Robert Proust. Dear students, Robert Proust was born in 1874 and he died in 1963. Proust was an American poet who drew his images from the New England countryside and his language from New England speech. Although Proust's images and voice often seem similar and old, his observations have an edge of philosophy and irony that make his work upon reading never as old-fashioned, easy, or carefree as it appears in being both traditional and philosophical. Proust's poetry helped provide a link between the American poetry of the 19th century and that of the 20th century. This was about writer. Now let me tell you about the poem. Dear students, the poem after apple picking was written and published in 1914 in the north of Boston. This poem is regarded as one of the remarkable natural poems of Proust. The poem consists of 42 lines written in the first person, and the poem is rich in symbolism. The poet has used genuine poetic devices to create a powerful symbolism throughout the poem. The poem is rich in imagery as well. Now, let me tell you the summary of the poem. Dear students, the poem begins with a description of the apple picker. The poem begins with the description of the apple picker who has stuck his two-pointed ladder through a tree upward. There is a barrel that did not fill, and there are 2 or 3 apples more that he did not pick upon Sambo, but he is now completely tired with apple picking. He feels sleepy as the winter is well on and the scent of apples is well out. All the objects of nature appear strange to him now. In the job of apple picking, he fell into a trance and started dreaming. He is not sure of the kind of dream he saw, but he knows at least one thing, that big apples appeared and disappeared. He feels that his ladder was as though swayed to and fro along with the wind. After describing the delight of the eyes, he describes the delight of the ears. He tells that from the cellar bin he keeps hearing the rumbling of load on load of apples coming in. He feels also completely tired because of apple picking. He wishes that the harvest of apples should be bumper, and when his wish is fulfilled, he feels that he is exhausted due to overwork. There are 10,000 apples before him, and it is difficult for him to allow any one of them fall down, lest they should be spoilt and worthless. The apple picker guesses the thing that will trouble him in his sleep, be it whatever kind of sleep. Had he stayed in the apple orchard, the woodchuck would have told him if his sleep was like the birds or it was simply human. Now, analysis of the poem. The students, analysis of the poem. To take a fresh start with the poem, we find a set of contrasts gradually developing the world of summer and the world of winter, the world of labor and the world of rest, the world of effort and the world of reward, the world of wakefulness and the world of sleep, the world of ordinary vision and the world dis- uh, distort, uh, distorted by ice view, the world of fact and the world of dream. And we understand that these various spheres are various aspects of a single contrast, a contrast of two views of experience, a contrast of two views of experience of the world in general, of life if you will. In other words, we take a broad, simple, generalized view of apple picking and harvest, the end of some human effort in a real world, which is followed by a reward, rest, and dream. All the sensory, uh, all the sensory images mentioned in the poem are satisfying. All the sensory images mentioned in the poem are satisfying, but sadly they have become distorted as if the pleasant dream could change into a nightmare. Emphasizing the impression of fatigue is the sense of awkwardness which affects his senses. Images of smell, sight, moment, hearing, and touch are all used. The speaker's vision is related to looking at the world through a thin sheet of ice which would not present a clear view. He has been off the ladder, but he still can't feel its saying. The apples in his dreams are enlarged to show every mark. The apples of reality had been good. Now in a dream the apples become magnified. They become good for contemplation. They become bigger than life. Every aspect, stem and the blossom, and every tiny flake of russet. In the dream there is freedom from the load of work. He still hears the sound of wagons in a state of trance. The speaker finds that the large harvest for which he had wished has become extreme. He has had too much of apple picking. He reminisces all the details of the work with pleasure, but at the same time he is afraid of the sleep that he feels is coming on. In the trance of the sleep, he recollects not only the ripe apples successfully picked, but also those that fell and were thought as damaged and had been sent to the cider mill. He knows that he will have disturbed sleep. He knows that he will have disturbed sleep because of overtired, whether it be the normal sleep or the sleep of death. Thank you.